it sound like?
You'll hear it just now.
Wow.
Thank you for joining us live stream in the park. We're going to be in the park for a long time today. We are starting with our guest. I want this.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
this is the one. We are starting with our guest, Yahyah. We met Yahyah 2 weeks ago when Quinn had a talk with you about the law of attraction.
Yes.
Just to be clear, we're on live stream. You're okay with being recorded in live stream?
Yes.
Very good.
Fine with it.
Okay. So, Yahyah, what
Yes.
would you like to tell me about today? What claim would you have?
You know what? I just saw a beautiful hawk. He's actually right behind you.
There's a hawk back there.
Yeah,
Okay.
he just landed. He's on the third limb, just staring at us. So I'm gonna go with animal totems today.
Oh, excellent.
Hey!
Animal totems. Tell me about animal totems.
So I would say that while we're walking and we're going about our daily lives, we tend to focus only on what is it's kind of like a tunnel vision thing where we're just like looking around not checking out our whole environment, but just what is around us.
Okay, so it's not so much tunnel, it's just close. Yeah.
Close.
If you're further than this, I don't care.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I think now that we are going into this awakening age, of even the world's changed a lot now, and it makes you look at things. It forces you to, because
RoboHawk.
Yeah,
Somebody's got a drone over here.
Oh, and there's a drone
RoboHawk.
here, and then there's another one there, and
Yeah,
then, of course the real hawk is over there. So
hello.
So I we get these symbolisms throughout the day to help us. There he goes. There's the hawk. See him?
Oh, yeah, see
there
him.
He goes. Bye, hawk.
I really love birds.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yes.
So
indeed, as long as he stays away from my birds.
Yeah, because they will eat the little birdies. I found that out.
It's like, I think wolves are beautiful far away from my kittens.
Yeah. Yeah. So I going through your daily, day, sometimes you have to look at things. I look at colors, I look at signs, I look at shapes and sizes and people and colors and all that stuff. And sometimes, if you are asking the universe or just something in your mind of just having a question, sometimes, the answer's right in front of you, All right. You're not tuned into it. And tuning into it is being connected to, I think, a higher frequency. We all get there, the little steps. And as I go along, like today, I saw, like, we're getting ready to do our interview with you. Then the hawk comes and just lands right behind you. That's one of my totem animals. I've learned totem animals are, let me just explain what totem animals are. Totem animals are animals that come, they're spirit animals. All animals are. And what shamans do, and the practice of the shamanship is that, they actually use the animals to heal or to become that animal for its energy. So the hawk basically is the vision. You want the vision of the hawk, and then it soars above, right? So you want the hawk. If you ask the hawk animal, if you read about hawks, it'll tell you exactly what it does. So you try to look at those attributes and see if you have any of those. You see, and if you don't, then you can ask that animal to share that gift with you. Okay. So just now, before even coming to talk to you, I was coming down the hill, and I said to the hawk totem, I need your vision to oversee things. I feel like I'm in things. in things where I can't see them. I need to go soar above and kind of get a perspective.
So like an outside view.
An outside view.
Okay.
Because sometimes when you're in stuff, you can't see it. You can't see the truth or the
can't see the forest for the trees.
The forest for the trees, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so this gives you an observation to stand back and to naturally see things unfold, you know, and not be so much into the drama or on the stage of that whatever scenario is, you know. So I come down here and then that hawk comes down and that gives me confirmation of we heard you. You can use that vision. We'll help you with your vision to see things from a different perspective.
Who's the we that heard you?
That's a good answer. We, I can say we did not.
Yeah, I said we heard you. So it's we who is influencing the hawk. Is it we the hawks?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we the hawks. And it could be any animal. So I would say to you, like people will ask me, Yahyah, what is my totem animal? And so I look at them and I go, well, what is the animal that you see and you just can't take your eyes off of it? And you just, if you could have it, you would have it as a pet. You just love it so much and you would just want one for yourself, right? That is your totem animal.
Okay.
And yeah, that'd be your totem animal. So mine's is an elephant.
Okay.
I'm kind of big. I kind of like walk like an elephant, you know. I've got good memory. I'm very protective. Very I could be patriarchal and matriarchal. You know, I got both. I got the yin and the yang going on there, but and also the sensitivity that the elephant has of feeling its intuition, where they know where water is, you know, sensing the water, the energy down in the earth and knowing where to go. And also coming back to the water place after they've traveled around to come back to that place because they know that the water's going to be there, you see. And that's just knowing how to come back and, you know, using their senses, all of their senses. So I would say I take on that part of the elephant, you know.
Okay.
And some people have like a turtle or it could be an insect. I mean, I get beetles all the time. Beetles land on me all the time. So I kept on thinking, what is this stuff with these green beetles landing on me all the time? And
how does how common an animal interacts with you or comes to visit you or lands on you or something? How does that inform you as to how to take on their characteristics or focus on their characteristics for yourself to do better?
Okay, so one of the things I did do once I started seeing like the animals coming to me, I like to go hiking and stuff, but you know, people go hiking all the time. They don't see any animals. Some people say, I don't see a thing. I go in that damn forest. I got all kind of animals coming at me. The last time I went, I got a deer and what was it? A bobcat.
Okay.
A bobcat. The first time I ever saw a bobcat, I thought it was somebody's cat. And I get the birds, hawks, falcons. Today I got falcons, I got crows, and let's see, what else did I see? That would be it for today.
Okay.
I mean, and so what I did was, I got a book on animal totems, and I started to study what they mean. And so basically it is the characteristics of the animal, the behavior of the animal that you would want for yourself, or you would want to, you would ask that animal to share that with you, you see.
Okay.
And this the other day when I went around the Rose Bowl, a coyote came up to, there's a young lady walking in front of me, and it ran across the golf course, you know, the inner side that with the fenced in, and it ran up to the fence straight to her. And she runs across the street. I'm across the street.
She backed away from the fence?
Right. And she starts running across the street.
She didn't think the fence was enough?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she says, "Oh my God, did you see that? It's a coyote." And I said, "Yeah." And she goes, "Oh my God, what does that mean?" And for her to even say, "What does that mean?" You know, some people don't even care. They don't even think, "What does that mean?"
Right.
You know? So that just told me right there and aware that she's aware of stuff. And so I said, I didn't want to give her the whole thing. I said, just look up. I said, Google what coyote means.
Okay.
Or what is the animal totem coyote? And it will explain to you what coyotes' behaviors are.
Okay.
So, and it was, I believe it was wisdom and, you know, because they're very smart. And then at the same time, they're very, I think it said cunning, you know, kind of like tricksterish, you know.
Okay. Like
and because they don't work hard, they work smart. So I said, are you at a job right now where you have to work smart instead of hard? Are you working too hard? And she looked at me and she goes, yes. And you know, I said, well, that's your answer.
Okay.
She walks up and she kind of looks at me and she weirds out and she walks across the street like, oh my God, you know. So those type of things, you know. So we get all kinds of things as we are walking and going throughout our day, and the symbolisms of everything, you know. So there might be a color that you're generating for the day.
A color that you're generating.
Yeah.
That's going to generate another question, so we'll come right back to that. I have some questions from the audience.
Yeah.
Could someone be mistaken about assigning an animal to be their spirit animal? Could they get the wrong animal?
They could, everyone's, and the only way that could happen is because they're not asking, or they're not, I would say that the plan is, I think the rules about having a totem animal is what I explained today. It would be the animal that is most sacred to you, that when you see it, it just takes your breath away. It just mesmerizes you. And
several animals do that for me.
Yeah, but it's be the one, and I'm the same way too. I was thinking, God, I love animals. I like animals more than I like people. But
sometimes.
But so you can have several totems. You don't just have one.
Okay.
You know, just like you have, if you believe in past lives, of course you're walking around with a whole bunch of animals. More than one animal. I'm walking around with a whole army of animals.
Okay.
So I have lions, I have leopards and cheetahs and a gorilla and a hummingbird.
Okay.
Beetle. Spider.
Another question. What makes an animal sacred versus favorite? Is that a distinction? Is there one that's sacred, or is there some that's sacred?
I just feel like all animals are sacred in a way of because they're different phylum from us, and of course they're always like regenerating and doing their pattern of living, hunting, dying, and we do the same thing too.
I saw this in The Lion King. There was a song.
Oh,
the circle of life.
Yeah, there we go. The circle of life, right? So there are teachers. If we look at the animals, right? Look at the animal, you start to study them, and you start to see a lot of our characteristics that they may have, and that we could share or make ourselves better, and so I think taking on the animal spirit, or asking for it to be a part of you, or if you could be a part of them, whatever way you want to put it. It is it's a gift. It's a gift. And did I answer the question?
I think you did.
I did. Okay.
I think you did. I have another one. Can you clarify the awakening age you mentioned earlier, is this a specific awakening age, or are you just saying that it's an ongoing process?
It's an ongoing process. So that's a state of mind where you become very sensitive to everything around you. It's not just this tunnel vision thing.
Okay.
It's not about me anymore.
Oh,
It's outside of the ego.
interesting.
You leave the ego back. There's no room for the ego once you start to awaken. There's no room for it. Find that it's like, oh, I can't even go there anymore.
Okay.
And so, and it's kind of weird too, because you're kind of like, I went through this thing called the shaman death, right?
Yes.
And I thought I was losing my mind. And I just thought, oh my God, everything to me, anything that I thought of or anything would happen, or it would instantaneously, right?
Uh-huh.
So that, which was teaching me also that my thoughts and what I believe and what I think and I create, and it happens right in front of me.
Uh-huh.
So I have to be careful about what I want, what I'm thinking,
Yes.
And it's not, it's a thing where you're holding on to it for more than an hour or 30 minutes or so. You know what I mean? That little thought that comes in your head and you have that little bit. Okay.
I had one of those this morning. I lost a little sleep over it because I was like a communication from yesterday, and I was wondering, did I make a mistake? And I checked. I checked in the morning.
Yeah.
I should have checked in the night. I wouldn't have. It was like lols. Okay, we're good.
Yeah. Yes. The
response was lols. We're good. I can put that away. Let's see. What is someone who does not assign a spirit? I'm sorry. Let me start again.
Yeah.
What is someone who does not assign a spirit animal missing in their life?
Oh my goodness. I think before we leave this earth school, we have to experience everything that's here.
Okay.
And so that's the thing of you coming to the school and you never took the class.
Oh.
You've got all these, the universe gave you all these colors to color with, and then you only picked black and you stayed in the lines, and because you kind of miss out on it. So it's a big thing, I'll tell you the truth with this too, also, that I've always loved animals, but I didn't really realize how special they are as I grew into age, and from a child to 54 now, and
we're exactly the same age.
Oh my gosh!
Within 12 months, whatever that number is.
Yes, and so you don't really realize that until you. I shouldn't say that, because there's some children that are being born now, which are the crystal indigo rainbow children. They are coming into the earth knowing their life purpose, and they are aware of the environment. They're here to actually help our environment to become a better place. They care about our planet. They care about our water, everything. They're here to change things that don't work for us anymore. And they're also to bring truth to a lot of things, in exposing things.
Okay.
And so I don't know how I got to the crystal kids through. I forgot the question. What's the question?
The question is, what is someone who does not assign a spirit animal missing in their life?
Yeah.
And so and you mentioned crystal indigo rainbow children.
Yeah.
So maybe that's part of what you're saying. I don't know if this.
It's another connection too. But I feel like, when you feel like, if you're not, if you don't have that experience, and I think we all will, we will all get to that. We will all get to that before
Kimberly?
Before we leave this earth school, you will have that experience. And if you don't have it in this life, you'll have it in another.
Okay.
But I feel like the spirit animal, for the people that are not experiencing it, are missing out on a great opportunity to help them solve situations and adversities that they're going through.
Okay.
And
I think 2 weeks ago we went through a question with a tic-tac box, odds or evens. And it came down to like if
and I told you your numbers were 369.
369. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. So if Kimberly has said it was odd, and Foyle there, who's just dropping off something, said it's even, is one of them wrong?
Odd and even numbers?
Yeah. Is it true that there is specifically an odd or an even number of Tic Tacs in the box?
Oh, that's a good question. I like that. It doesn't matter, odd or even.
Okay.
I feel like, I do feel that the odd numbers are more of a rounded number. They're kind of softer, right?
Okay.
They don't have those corners and those edges.
Okay.
Okay. So I would say the odd numbers are more of a feminine feel.
I have Tic Tacs in the back of the studio bag.
A feminine feel, and then the other ones are the even numbers are more they're kind of sharp edged,
Okay.
and so it gives a different feeling.
It sounds like a description of synesthesia. Somebody was talking about there aren't enough points in the sauce yet.
Yes.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Here we go with the Tic Tacs.
That's what we mean, the Tic Tacs.
Yeah. Then we were guessing on a number, weren't we?
And well, Quinn guessed on a number with 59 and 60.
Oh yeah.
But I'm going to go just more broad and just say it's odd or even, because the idea that we can all have our own truth, our own separate truth.
Isn't that wonderful?
Well, I don't know. I also I'm really big on objective truth.
Yeah.
That when I ask Google how to get somewhere, I'm going to get the directions to the same place. That I'm not going to because of my mind state or whatever.
Yeah.
So I find a big benefit in some objective truth.
You're sorry. Is that free choice? Is that where we're going?
No, this is a definition of truth.
Okay.
It's one of those things.
Okay.
I've got a big old long 24-question survey about truth if we want to go way down that path.
My gosh, I would love to hear that. Truth.
You would love to do the
truth.
Okay.
Truth is freedom to me.
Okay, so the crowd says yes, they would like to go over the survey. So let's see if that's easy to do. Oh, and somebody else says no, it would take too long.
Oh yeah. It'll take too long. I love that. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
she's right, or he's right.
They are right.
Yeah, they are.
Definitely. All right. The crowd is apparently saying yes.
Oh my goodness. Truth is. Do they believe that? Do they believe that truth is freedom?
Okay. So a question somebody's trying to type is: how does truth relate to freedom?
How does truth relate to freedom? I was gonna say, oh God, I just heard my grandmother say, "When you know better, you do better."
Okay, that's nice.
Wow, thanks, Grandma. Yeah, it frees you because you don't spend time on something that is. If it's not true, then it's kind of like insignificant, isn't it? Kind of like you're spending all this time on something that you believe that is true for years and years and years, and then all of a sudden you get the thing that it isn't true, and it's been a lie. And how do people feel when they find out the truth of something that they believe that to be true, right? And then they find out the real truth.
Okay.
And how doesn't that feel freeing, that you're not bound by that anymore, that you have the divine intelligence to know the better, the good of it, or I wouldn't say good. I would say the what is that word? It's a good question.
Yeah.
I'm stuck.
Okay, so a related
Well,
question.
not stuck. I'm kind of perplexed.
That's okay. Does believing a false thing and believing a true thing feel any different?
Yes, to me it does. I don't know for other people.
Okay, so when you believe a false thing, how do you know?
When I believe in what?
Okay, so if believing a false thing feels different from believing a true thing,
Mm-hmm.
could you sort your false and true beliefs by that feeling? Could you say, here's something I'm really sure about. Here's something I'm really unsure about because I have that tingly, whatever, spidey sense.
Yes. Truth is simple.
Okay.
And it's not complicated. It's not a whole bunch of words. It's simple. It's simple. When you hear it, it rings that way. You kind of feel, like you said, that tingly feeling.
Okay.
And it's just like, God, that was simple. You mean, it doesn't have all that other stuff tied to it. And
I think I can do Newtonian math.
Yeah.
I can do Newtonian physics math, right?
Yeah.
And I know that Newton was ever so slightly wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That Einstein was ever so slightly more right.
Yeah.
Slightly righter.
Yeah.
And yet I can't do the math for general relativity.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if I believe that I'm doing something with Newtonian physics and saying it's a close enough approximation for my purpose, but I know it's slightly wrong.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I know GR is slightly more right.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel that difference.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I can't do the general relativity, so it's out of my reach.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's an example where believing a false thing, that I'm not believing that Newtonian physics are correct. I believe that they are a really good approximation.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, but I believe general relativity is a closer approximation.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're living this room for it. There's always more room to grow in that truth.
That's an example where truth is not simple.
Right.
General relativity is so not simple that I can't do the math.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the simple part about it is, this is when I said simple, it doesn't have I was going to say rules and restrictions or limitations.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So
truth doesn't feel like you're not limited. It's this that's where I feel like the freedom comes in, where you're not limited or restricted after finding what that truth is. I guess for you, everyone has different ones, right? So
yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
So there's two questions pending.
Okay, let's just put this.
Go ahead.
This is a good example.
Yes.
And it's been going on for centuries. Are the Egyptians black or are they white?
Huh. They're both. They're all of the above. We polar monkeys that have broken melanin for vitamin D reasons seem to go back and forth into Egypt, and then there's equatorial monkeys.
Did the melanin get lighter as
it got turned off?
Okay.
Yeah, it got broken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of things in our history that need to be exposed in the truth.
Okay.
And I think it would make the world a better place, because what it does is it doesn't separate everyone. It makes people come together.
The truth makes people come together.
Yeah, it come together, and actually see themselves in it,
Does that constrain us?
I think it does.
Okay, so somebody's asking, could a person be constrained, the actual opposite of freedom, by real truth?
Wow, yeah. constrained by real truth. Yeah, they can be because you know what? The reaction to that, it depends on the individual, right? So that reaction of the real truth for some people may be debilitating.
I bet.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Until kind of get yourself centered again. Like, oh my God, all this time I thought it was this, and it's not.
Yeah.
And Santa Claus is real.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he is because he's somewhere up in. I heard it was a black man in Europe, but
sure, that's fine.
More. Anyways, Saint Nick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. The truth is, yeah, I believe, yeah, it can be a little bit debilitating for people because the shock of it all, you know. Some people react differently, you know. So yeah, I believe that.
So I have a longish question. Are there any common claims you hear that you do not think are true? And if these claims lead to disagreement, how should we handle the dispute?
Oh my goodness. That's not good. Say that again. Oh my God.
Are there any common claims you hear that you do not think are true? And if these claims lead to a disagreement, how should we handle the dispute and determine, what's real or what how we should respond?
I went blank. Hold on. And I know the answers here. I'm trying to absorb that. Say it again. I need to hear it again.
Yeah.
I need to hear it again.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Sure, no problem.
Say it again.
Are there any common claims you hear that you do not think are true? And if those claims lead to disagreement, how should we handle the dispute?
Oh. Well, I always say handle the dispute. Always choose peace. Please. Choose peace in everything. If there is a disagreement, if the truth does bring that situation, of indifference. Like right now, the Black Lives Matter thing. Okay.
Yes.
So we have people who feel that, one-sided on that, and some people that feel the opposite. Then we have some people that are right in the middle. And then you have some people that just don't care.
Okay.
I don't care about all that.
Okay.
So everyone has their own perspective. We have one of the things that we have to do is respect each other for what they believe.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
And I think that everyone has the right of free choice of whatever they want to believe.
Yeah.
And let the person live their life. That you don't know what their purpose is. Maybe that is a part of the adversity or whatever challenge they have to go through to become who they're going to become.
Okay.
And so when we're in that state of where there are indifferences, I'm using the Black Lives Matter, which is kind of like a really touchy subject right now. Me being Black and a lot of other things. My mother's from Guatemala, and I'm Mayan. My father's Chaka from New Orleans.
Okay.
So I'm Mayan, and I've got the New Orleans blood, Cajun blood in me. And then I come from two sides of a family that are very intuitive on both sides. And so when people see me, they see a Black man first. But I don't know. Some people. And then there's some people that see me and go, are you Native American? Like, yeah. Okay. What tribe are you? Some people will see that.
Okay.
Some people ask me, are you Mayan?
Interesting.
So we have different types of things that are happening like that. But this Black Lives Matter thing, I'm this, and I understand what it is politically with a lot of my people thinking of saying, you know, all of the brutality and all the things that have happened. And uh, but then again, we're looking at other just lives, period. Don't all lives matter? I feel like all lives matter. I think that when
I
we say that, it separates us.
I totally, you know, you said some people care about it, don't care about it. I am so not in the don't care about it category,
Yeah.
but I can really understand arguments from both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I care a lot about it. If anything,
Yeah.
I care too much about it that I'm having a hard time seeing it clearly.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so that's why that hawk, when that landed behind you,
Yeah.
you would ask that hawk because it landed behind you,
Okay.
uh, for that, you know, that vision to see, not so not so much in it to be above it, to see, use your that
Yes.
vision to see it from a different perspective,
Yeah.
you know, because we're in it.
Yes.
We're in it. And sometimes we've got to step back, kind of like to see what really is going on and
Yeah.
what is naturally unfolding in front of us. And we're not even seeing that, you know, because we're so blocked on what we want to believe,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know. So you have to have this openness, this move that
Yes.
ego stuff out of the way. That's the awakening part. Get
Yeah.
rid of that ego. You know, he's a friend, you know, because it challenges us.
The ego is a friend?
Yeah, the
Okay.
ego's a friend.
The eagle or the ego?
The ego.
The ego. EGO.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not ego, but ego.
Right. Right.
I like egos. Anyways, but that removing that and it takes it's a daily practice because it's a part of us.
Okay.
It's a part of us. It challenges us every day, right?
Yes.
Challenges us every day. So the thing is, do I want to make a decision from without using I would say the heart chakra or the heart,
Okay.
you know? Don't make the decision from just the intellect. Put the emotion into it,
Okay.
right? So what that you have a balance of both.
So I want to take emotion and intellect
and cement it
all the
together.
different parts
Just merge
into
them
account.
together, right?
Okay.
Women are great with this.
Okay.
Women are great with this. They are the true creators, right?
Whenever I'm thinking about something, I always include my spouses. So
yeah, women
I
are
get
the
that
creators, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and so they're the true sex.
Hmm.
They are the true sex.
So am I the fake sex?
Well, if you look at the woman's anatomy, you will see that she is the true sex. She is both. And so that's another subject we have to but
Okay.
anyway, but what the question was again, where was
The question was again, I just have to scroll back to it.
Yeah.
Are there any common claims that you do not think are true?
Oh yeah, that's so we went to that and I used the Black Lives Matter thing.
Okay. Do you think it's a true claim or a false claim?
Ooh.
And what is the claim?
That's what I'm thinking. What is the claim?
Yeah.
You said, what is the claim?
Yeah. What is the claim?
What is the claim?
When I say Black Lives Matter, it's like obviously yes.
Yeah.
Hell yes.
Yes.
And it's like, why are we making a distinction? My natural reaction is all lives matter, so Black Lives Matter.
Yes.
So why
So
is
if
all
a white
lives
life
matter
doesn't,
distraction?
So if you're saying only Black lives matter, what are you saying about the rest of the races? You know?
Yeah, I would not accept only Black Lives Matter.
No.
That is obviously false.
Yeah.
To me.
So my thing is, you know, and I'm putting myself on the edge here, you know, by saying this. But I'm a person that tries to practice authenticity and love.
Yes.
See the butterfly came just now. That's another toad. It flew right by your wife there. That's transition, right? Butterfly is about transitioning.
Oh, I see.
Rebirth,
because the metamorphosis is there. Okay.
Rebirth. renewal,
reproduction.
yes, reproduction, and we were just talking about the female.
Lots of reproduction.
We were just talking about the female.
Some of those little buggers can't even eat.
Right. So here we are with that, and so I would say that the Black Lives, the claim when we're talking at what the claim of it, what is the claim? And I believe like all lives matter. I think that through our history, all of us have suffered in some way or another, where people were tortured or enslaved or beaten or whatever.
Yeah, me less than most.
Yeah. But
mostly because I live in this century.
Yes. But you were Viking in the past life.
Okay.
And you remember the Viking people? They didn't take any mess. They were like.
I only remember them from history.
Yeah. And very strong.
And movies about dragons.
And I would say that they're basic. Yeah. They're just very strong people. And I believe that. Yeah, that's part of your background. And if you look at the Vikings, they're Irish, Scottish, all those little places are Viking people. They just broke out into different sectors, just like Africa, Ethiopia, excuse me, is diverse of Black Ethiopian people who have gone into their own little tribes, but they all come from that one place.
Okay.
You see?
Yes.
Okay. So
how far backwards are we saying they all come from? When I look at my own understanding, something like 70,000 years ago.
Yeah.
The majority of my gene pool escaped from Africa.
Yeah.
In a little tiny group.
Yes.
And then they found some Neanderthal and some Denisovians, but 95. Is
that the Congo?
They came up through. They came out of Africa and then went across near the shores of India. And this is sort of a guess based on looking at mitochondrial DNA.
Yes.
About how long ago and so on, and then the split of those kind of things. So there's a bit of statistical fuzziness in all of this, and apparently had something to do with the explosion of Tubo, which is now Pinatubo.
Yes.
Yeah, and there was a big thing. So it's like all the humanity that I'm related to 70,000 years ago were all there in Africa.
Yes.
And then I guess there's some others that we have a little bit of.
See, and that's where we come to where we're talking what truth is, you know, and how does that feel to you, knowing that to be your truth?
How does it feel to be my truth?
How does that feel to you, knowing your truth of what you just said?
Oh,
how does that feel to you? Does it feel?
It doesn't feel different because I've had that opinion for a long time.
Right.
So I think when I first really got it, I was kind of like, oh wow, this really, there's a place. It places me in all of humanity and cousinship, and it makes it real easy for me to say that my in-group is all humans who aren't trying to kill me.
Right, there you go. And we're more connected than we even know.
Oh, totally.
We're so connected. Please.
We're genetically about as close as cheetahs.
Yes.
It's not a thing. Okay.
We're more connected than anything, and the sooner the human race finds that out, the sooner the healing starts.
Okay. Can a person like yourself be authentic if they accept a claim person, if they accept any claim a person makes as a real truth? If somebody says they have their real truth and you accept it, are you being authentic? No matter whether you think that's a real truth or not?
I think you are. I think you are being authentic because you are not judging. You're coming from a place of openness. And if that person is saying, this is my truth, and they are, and it's sacredly said to you, like, this is my truth, this is what I believe, and you may have a different opinion than that person, But who are you to tell that person that that is not their truth? You see,
Hmm.
um,
I might be a science geek.
yeah. So you're in that place where,
Pedantic science geek with a really cool measuring tool.
hmm
Uh-huh.
who are we to tell that person that, oh, what you truly believe isn't the truth, and I don't believe it, and that makes you wrong.
Okay.
You
So
know,
so let
so
me put two
that's not
people
good.
here. I'm going to put two imaginary
Hmm
people here,
hmm
and they are of two different religions. It
hmm
doesn't matter which two, except that they do not believe that the other one can be correct.
Right. Okay. Like when we were speaking about religious life, the last time we spoke,
Uh-huh.
most people would run if they heard that.
Okay.
For me, I was just like, I respect you, and that is your truth,
Okay.
and it works for you, and I can see you're a good person.
Uh-huh.
I could see that you are open minded. I could see that you're very intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that you're compassionate.
Mm-hmm.
So all of these other things are more important to me than what you spiritually believe. I
Mm-hmm.
I just want to know that you're doing good, you love people, and you're kind,
Mm-hmm.
and you're trying to do the best that you can do, you know, without hurting anyone. You know,
Mm-hmm.
uh, believe what you want to believe. It's this is a that's here we go with the free will. Free will.
Mm-hmm.
It's your divine birthright to have free will.
Oh, interesting. How do you
And
define free will?
I would say having, well, free will means having the choice to do what you want to do. You know, you have choices, uh, and having choices to
I
do
would
what you want to do.
I would like to fly to about the height of the top of the mountains
Mm-hmm.
unaided
Mm-hmm.
and view Pasadena
Right.
from way up there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to do that.
Right.
Do I have the choice?
You have the choice,
Okay.
and you have. You said you don't know how to get up there. You said.
Yeah, I would like to fly unaided. I would like to
Okay.
not have to hire a helicopter or something, but just to
just
float up. I do it in my
This,
dreams all the time. I don't know why I can't do it here.
right. When you're
I mean, I think I do. I
when
think
you're
I
astral
actually do.
traveling, because you astral
Oh,
travel a lot.
okay.
Yeah, you go to a lot of places. But that's another subject too that we can talk about another time. But I feel like, uh, yeah, you have your free will to do that.
Is it a bad thing? Does it make me a bad person to tell somebody that I think they're mistaken?
I don't think it's a bad thing. What it does is it opens up a space for a conversation,
Okay.
and to have a conversation,
Yeah.
right, without anger, without
Yeah.
all this other negativity stuff. You know,
Yeah.
to tell a person I feel, and this let them say what they need to say,
Yeah.
and then have that person rebuttal what they need to say. You
Yeah.
see,
Yeah.
and then you from there you there's we've got a hawk and a crow, and you know they don't get along, but look at them, they're getting along.
Huh.
Look at that.
I,
See that?
I think it's blocked by. I think the sunshade is blocking my view of it
Yeah.
for you.
So, wow, that's the message. Okay, so the indifference. So you see how, okay, now the crow is torturing the hawk.
Okay.
Okay, wait a minute, just playing with it. Okay, so it goes to show you that these birds are birds, right?
Yes.
But they have these different behaviors.
Yes.
And they will, one teases the other.
Oh, yes.
Right.
Uh-huh.
So, but they're getting along right there.
Are they?
Well, kind of. Well, they're learning how to live together.
Yeah, they're working it out. Yeah.
Isn't that what we're all doing?
Yeah, it might be that the crow is saying, "Okay, moving on.
Yes.
Get out of here.
Yes.
We own this territory."
Right. For that to happen right now, that just shows another confirmation. If like we're all just trying to do the best that we can do and to live together and to coexist together, you know, and with this openness of non-judgment. And I think being non-judgment allows you to be free, allows you to be open to receive because you don't know through another person's um, adversary that they might be going through
Mm-hmm.
could be a teaching thing for you too.
Yes. Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I totally get that.
sometimes we see a person go through so much, and guess what? If you and you're there with that person and you're helping that person through it, guess what? You don't have to go through it.
Yeah.
Because you already
It's
got
a beautiful thing
you
if
went,
you can
you went
if you can
through it
learn from
with them.
somebody else's mistakes. Oh,
Yes.
that's so free.
Isn't that
That's
free?
wonderful.
Doesn't that feel free?
So I'm gonna change it. There's another guy who does this street epistemology that I've
Mhm.
learned a lot from.
Yes.
His name is Dr. Tyrone Wells.
Oh, hello, Dr. Tyrone Wells.
And he likes to ask, when we were talking about relative truth,
Mhm.
is it true for me that my car could drive on water for fuel? So I'm giving away free water, and if I believed this water could get me to drive my car home,
Mhm.
and I was out of gas, so
Yeah.
I put the water in the tank. Could
Yeah.
I drive home?
Wow. I don't think you could drive home.
Okay,
Like putting gas. Yeah,
so it just wouldn't work. They would
Just
be
wouldn't
mistaken
work.
if they were,
but not mistaken. It's just it just wouldn't work.
Okay.
Um, and staying open minded. Well, is there something else that we can do to maybe I could assist you to I have a I have some gas in the back of my car. Why
Mhm.
don't you take this
Mhm.
and try to pour it in there and see if that'll work?
Okay.
That's when you're coexisting together
Yeah,
and
it's a
not
good thing.
putting that person down for what they believe. You know what I'm saying? I didn't cut you down. Be saying, "Oh my God, are you nuts? You're gonna put water in there? You're gonna
Mhm.
ruin your engine."
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I think it might.
but hey, I'm open. Hey, guess what? I got some. Try this gas thing. We call
Right.
it gasoline. Put
Yeah,
that in there.
use the gasoline. That'll work better.
Put that in there and try to see. I mean, guess what? It's not unleaded. It's a regular, but it'll get you home.
Which is more motivating to you? Which is a bigger motivator to you?
Yeah.
Being kind or being correct?
Kind.
Kind. Okay.
I don't want to be. You know, this thing about being correct.
Yeah.
Not everybody's correct.
Right. I'm correct. I am not correct a lot.
I don't know a damn thing.
Uh-oh, you're almost Socrates.
People come up to me and I say, "What? Oh, you're so this and you're that." I'm telling them, I go, "Don't put me on a pedestal. I don't know a damn thing. I'm learning this. I'm going."
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know a thing because I could leave here right now and experience some more stuff. You know, I'm just learning. I'm trying to learn like everybody else is. This school that we all signed up to.
So the person with the water bottle,
Mm-hmm.
is it fair to say that they would be mistaken? Would the kind thing to do to be given the gas and say, "Don't use the water. You're gonna kill your engine.
Mm-hmm.
Please use this gas.
Mm-hmm.
Please recognize that you're mistaken. That
Yeah.
water will move your car."
Yeah. Mistaken. Let's break that down.
Okay.
Let's look at the word mistaken. What does that mean? Mistaken.
Mistaken. Oh, I think it means that that I have come to an incorrect conclusion. I've made a prediction that has a very low probability of being true.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think that's what mistaken means.
Is that a judgment?
It's a judgment about the prediction. I'm not trying to say they're a bad person.
Right.
I don't think it's about bad person
Right.
or not. I think that I'm wrong about a bunch of things, and
Mhm.
I hope my family and friends will help me learn what those things are and help
Right.
me fix it.
Right.
I've got a lot of friends who are really, really freaking graceful about that.
Right. And then we have people that will watch you. It's it's even like even being a parent where you've done some things wrong, and then you see your child doing it, and you want to help them, but you can't, because maybe that child is not receptive to it or
Okay.
the hearing,
So
but
you've done the thing and they haven't gone with it, so they have to learn that.
and you're like, they may have to go through that fire in order to know what their strengths and limitations are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you can't give that to them.
I gotta let them be wrong.
Gotta let them be wrong.
Yeah.
Because you grow up thinking you're right all the time.
Uh-huh.
Well,
yeah.
We've got some of those around.
Oh, that's a normal thing. Yeah. It's so normal. I have jargon for it.
Yeah. and it it just kind of puts labels on us and tags. And one thing that I feel like we do as a race of people, if we don't understand it, we got to put a label on it. What is that?
Uh-huh.
Everything doesn't need a label.
Gotta simplify it down to a word. It
yeah.
seems.
What is that?
I think it's just our language. I think that Daniel Dennett, who's a professor of consciousness, wrote a book, and he convinced me in his book that subvocalization was a good idea, so that all of my mind could hear it.
Yeah.
That when I was just thinking a thought and I didn't try to put it out into some kind of words, even like quietly in my own throat.
Yes, yes.
That not all of me was actually aware of what I was saying.
Yeah.
But when I said it and could hear it,
yes,
even in my own mind, even silently, then all of my mind can hear it.
Yeah.
And therefore, if you've got an idea that you're trying to say and you don't have a term for that idea, it's almost necessary to make up one.
Yeah.
Even if it's flibberty-gibbet in the moment.
Yes.
Okay, I don't know what this is, so I'm going to call it Steve.
Yeah. And guess what? That makes some people feel better.
Yeah.
Now that we've labeled it, I feel much better.
Yes.
I know what it is.
Well,
for that person,
the thing, Steve, that I'm talking about is actually an effect like the aurora borealis.
Yes.
That the scientists discovered the effect, did not know what it was, and said, so that I don't call this a bad thing in my ignorance, I'm going to, for now, call it Steve.
Okay.
This effect is called Steve. And we will rename it when we understand it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna steal that from you if you don't mind.
Oh, please.
I'm gonna be Steve in a lot of things.
Okay. Label that Steve. All right.
Label that Steve until I figure it out what it is.
Yeah.
And I what would the world be like if we just didn't do that? What would that look like?
If we didn't apply labels to
just everything that we don't understand,
we would be less informed because we would have a hell of a time communicating what it was we were trying to talk about. I think.
So, but the person that labels, is that one person speaking for the whole human race? It gets deeper, right?
No, they're only speaking for themselves. But if they do coin a term and it becomes common, then it's not that they're speaking for it, but now the race will be speaking that.
Because it's become common.
Right. So.
And it becomes a truth.
So a guy wrote a book about memes, and he defined the term meme.
Yeah.
He actually coined the term. This is back in the 70s.
Yeah.
As the single unit of an idea. And now memes means a picture with text that's ironic.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's not the same thing. The meme isn't the meme that was the meme anymore. So is he speaking for that? Well, now there's two definitions for the term meme. There's the one that was coined, which we hardly ever use.
Right.
And then there's meme, which we pass to each other 15 times a day on the internet.
There you go.
Could someone having their own personal truth lead to unkindness?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that truth, that own personal truth, without the openness, can make you put people into categories and judgment. It puts that person. I feel like it closed. Say that again.
Okay. Could someone having their own personal truth lead to unkindness?
Yes, it can lead to unkindness because the unpersonal. Yeah. It can lead to unkindness because that truth, their truth, they could believe in their truth so much that they will do anything
Okay.
to keep that truth. You see?
They'll defend the truth.
Yes, to defend the
Yes.
truth. And then
Yeah.
that can make a lot of people, if you don't fit in that category, you
Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you.
I think that's going on a lot right now.
And I so used to suck at responding to that. These days, I've been taught this street epistemology thing, and I'm just like, okay, I'm feeling challenged, so I'm going to go neutral. Do tell me more about this thing, and I'm just going to ask some simple questions, and I'm going to shoot all of my messengers.
Oh,
that's just the term for me not taking my position and trying to convince you toward it.
Right.
It's just like, put that aside, get that ego out of here.
Yeah, let me sit in this neutral state.
Yeah. I'm going to sit in this neutral state and tell me about your thing, and I have no idea. You might ask me questions and I'll answer, but I don't need to push it.
Yeah.
So thank you. I'd like to leave it at that.
Thank you.
This has been a great conversation.
You really made me like, I had to, oh my gosh, I had to go deep in. I wasn't expecting to go that deep in, and I loved it. And
you as plural, there's about a dozen people in the live room.
Yes.
That ask most of those questions.
Oh, yes, all of you. Thank you so much. It was just a pleasure. Thank you for making me look within myself and to share my thoughts with you.
Thank you.
And that you shared yours with me. Isn't that just great? This is what the world should be doing.
Sure.
And it makes it a better place. Makes it a better place.
It does.
Thanks for the water.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. All the water you want.
Yes.
Do you have any questions for me or us or the room?
I wish you guys the best. It's been this is my second time here, and I've enjoyed it. It's challenging. At first I didn't want to do it, but I'm glad I did it. You know, it's just one of those things like, I've got to live on the edge. I've got to try things that make me feel uncomfortable.
Okay.
I'm not in this complacent stage anymore, and that happens in your awakeness. You're not afraid. You'll walk. One of the greatest teachers, his name is Wayne Dyer. I wouldn't say a good friend of mine, but I did get to meet him a couple of times, and he said that if you knew the who walked beside you through your life purpose, you would never experience fear or doubt again. And those things, when he said that to me, are what we were speaking about today with the symbolisms of animals and this nature around us, all this beautiful things, energy that's around us. And it walks beside us, and then we're a part of it. We're all connected in that way. And the more that we find that we're more connected than anything, that's when this world is going to be, I think, the most fascinating planet to be on. There are others, but out of all planets, right?
Yeah. So I've got a friend up in Portland.
Oh, I love Portland. I haven't been there, but I've been there in my dreams. I'm going to live in Portland.
Not a good time to start.
No, not now. But I'm going to. Not right now. But I'm going.
Right now, he lives right in the center of where it's all going on. He actually lives across.
I saw from a little bit of that.
His place is across from a police building, and so he's like,
yeah.
He's been going around doing interviews with people.
Yes.
This same kind of thing.
Oh, that's wonderful.
With protesters and just hearing them out. It's been great stuff. So that's one of those things. He asks, if we had a box of truth and looking into the box would give us a correct understanding about spirit animals, should we look in that box?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. That's fantastic.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Yahyah.
Namaste.
Namaste.
I see the God in you.
Thank you.
Yes. whatever that may be for you.
Whatever that may be. I'll accept your definition.
Thanks.
No problem.
Wow, that was fantastic. Woo. Okay, I'm ready for the rest of the evening. That was great.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're wonderful. You know, this is going to go big.
Oh, yeah? Good. I hope so.
Keep it up. So you have brothers and sisters that are connected in different other places?
Yes.
That are doing the same thing?
Yes. I can tell you about several people just in the chat. One of them's in Portland doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Another one is often in Hollywood and is currently in Florida that does this. And he's the one that first trained me.
Yeah.
And actually, some of this equipment is borrowed from him right now. That's fun.
Gosh.
Another one who was in here and asked a few questions and then left is in Austin, Texas, or San Antonio.
Oh, my God.
Let's see. Another one is in Canada.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm just trying. I'm looking through the list of people.
Was in, Sweden?
I don't know where Mind Onion is. Let's see. Mind Onion. Gotta love that name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he Indian?
Oh, he's in Southern California.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you're in SoCal.
SoCal.
I might be seeing you across this table soon.
Right. That would be wonderful. He needs to come down here and sit across this table from you.
We are worldwide. And JCC is, I know he's in Central Time. I don't know where JC is exactly. And Mind Onion is more south than LA. Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
We can head towards San Diego.
San Diego's great.
And JCC is in San Antonio. That's fantastic.
Yeah. San Antonio, the little, what is that? Is they have a canal or something?
I am lousy with Texas geography.
Well, I'm from El Paso. I was born in El Paso.
Hello from Canada, yes.
As soon as my mother crossed into the United States in Juarez, New Mexico, I was born in El Paso. And that was a military town where she met my father.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. Texas is a great place. And Austin is a great place to live. Austin's beautiful.
We are in the starting up part of a project to make a formal course for this. Formal course, lots of modules, you know.
Yeah, and it's going to be it's big, and it's going to be big, and it is something that people will be watching. You know, we have a lot of stuff on TV and stuff like that, but this is meaningful. You know, people are not watching television as much anymore, and if you go and you see them, it's YouTube. They're on YouTube, and it's connected to Netflix, and they're just, it's all of that stuff is gone. That's
the big media thing.
Yeah, you know, we're in a new. This is what's going on now, and
I love it. I so much prefer to watch shows.
You guys are ahead of the game.
Where I have a chance to actually interact and influence it.
Yes.
It's a beautiful thing
because people get to see themselves in other people.
Yeah.
You know. And the thing is, it's like, oh God, I'm not crazy. There's somebody who speaks just like me.
Oh yeah.
Or you know, just that connection of that thought or question you had in your head, and you turn on the YouTube, and there you are, and they're having the conversation. You know.
And what we're trying to do here is to be able to have conversations well outside of agreement or outside of special interest.
Yes, and it's raw. It's raw. And I love the part that it's raw and that you guys just randomly talk to people.
Yeah.
You just don't know what you're going to get.
We don't know what we're going to get. We don't know. And
like
it's
the box of chocolates.
It's a huge box of chocolates.
Yeah. So I enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We are off.
Well, the live stream is going to continue for several more hours. No, it's okay. It's totally normal that we would be taking breaks between interlocutors.
Okay.
And part of the time I will just chat with the people in the moment.
Somebody else.
Oh yeah, somebody will pop up. While we were setting up, there were like 4 people that would have been ready to sit down had we been ready right then.
They're coming.
Yeah.
I mean, actually.
Yeah, they're here. They're around.